And the pit photography, the AXE up in this motherfucker. Welcome to Astronomicon. Joe Christie up in this bitch. The AXE in this bitch. Lee Carver, Bill O'Bay, Joe Black up in this bitch. If you want some, knuckle up, bitch. Blah! Welcome to an in-depth interview with the Unholy Trinity. There you go. Knuckle up, bitch. That's the one. Put your knuckles up, bitch.
Put them up.
Knuckle up.
Put them up.
Coming to you live from Astronomicon 2.
Right in the
multiple cameras. You guys do it fancy, and I like that. They do it fancy around here. What's up, Joe?
What's up, guys? You guys
What
are
up?
fresh off the release of The Almighty. It feels like it's been out forever already. It's already being held as a horrorcore classic, but it's only been out for 5 months. For 5 months, guys. You guys hit Billboard with it.
Hit him right in the face with it.
How does that feel now, having one of your albums on Billboard?
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Ridiculously fantastic.
Feels pretty fucking good, to be honest. If I can be honest.
It was definitely one of the things that we set out to do with the record. We were like, this is a milestone. We want to fucking achieve that shit. But the Zooligans made that shit possible. I've said that a million times, but it rings fucking true. I mean that shit. The Zooligans and their efforts and promotional tactics, guerrilla tactics, if you will, they made that shit happen.
The writing of the album. This is the first album that you took part in. How is the writing style different versus just you two, Joe and Bill, writing an album?
Well, there's a lot less room in the bathtub now. That's where we write.
Definitely
In the
less
bathtub.
room.
There you have it.
But yeah, man.
Pretty much sums it up.
We kind of, it's just cohesive. Like when we write shit together, it's just, it's an easy process. We never really bicker or bitch about what we're gonna do, right?
It's a natural fit.
Yeah,
A natural
like a glove,
in the bathtub,
if you will.
We naturally fit into the bathtub together.
Naturally.
Splish splash.
But when we write together in the bathtub, we like to call ourselves the Bubble Boys. Blowing bubbles to
Bubble
the
boys, baby.
Bubble head, bubble back,
bubble butt.
How did Lee come into the fold? Like, you guys are from the same area. What made you? No, you guys aren't from the same area.
Well, I mean,
General
state.
Ohio. area.
same state, yeah.
What was it about Lee that made you guys go, we need to bring this motherfucker in?
Probably his hips.
Definitely his hips.
Yeah,
For sure.
They don't lie. That's the thing. They don't lie.
They don't lie.
Now, we did a few shows together. We were like, yo, this dude's dope. We always wanted to bring something new to the group, and he fit in naturally, so.
Naturally.
Naturally.
We like to call him Sarah Lee.
Yep.
Nobody doesn't like him.
It was a night at the Thompson House in Cincinnati, Ohio / Northern Kentucky. Newport. Yes, in Newport, Kentucky. What was the show though?
Axe in your back.
Yeah.
Axe in your back.
Axe in your back.
Yeah.
March something.
But in retrospect, we should have called that show the Haunted Mansion Show.
Yeah.
It was technically in a haunted mansion. Next time.
But yeah, man, the rest is history. Here the fuck we are, man.
Highlights from The Almighty, because there's a lot of classic tracks on there. What holds personal to each one of you when it comes to that record?
Bill Moseley.
Yeah, man. Straight the fuck
Bill
up. We're at
Moseley.
Astronomicon 2 weekend. Bill Moseley's here. And that shit happened. That was on our record. That's one of those things where I'm like, nobody can take that away from us. Bill Moseley was on our shit. That shit was magical.
And we just talked to him. He said he wants to work again.
And he touched my lower back.
I think for me personally, The Parish is such like the textbook fucking AXE song. Like that shit personifies what I think when we set foot in the studio. Like that's one of those tracks that I'm like, that's a notch where I'm like, does it hold up to that barometer? You know what I mean? That's
It's the
one of
benchmark,
songs
if you will.
Yeah, benchmark track.
I love Forever Face, personally. I think that's our best song to date. Aside from
Can't
the
go
new
wrong
album.
with it, man. You can't go wrong with Forever Face. Yes.
For me, I think it is Belial. No, I take that back. Pipe Bomb is my favorite shit from the album. I was definitely the most excited for people to hear that, because I thought that was like the farthest, that we like strayed away from what we normally do. But everyone hates it. I don't know.
I don't think anybody hates it. I haven't heard.
That was sarcasm.
I don't understand big words. All right.
That was a lot of syllables for me to use.
You did drop a bomb on that record that a lot of people wasn't expecting, and that's that Venomous 5, that track. How was that track, the writing for it, coming together with Twisted? Can you touch on that a little bit?
You want to dish the real truth about that shit?
The real truth.
The real shit?
We wrote it 3 a.m. naked in a graveyard.
Under the blood moon.
No, it was initially a different track we had, but it just, Jamie got the hook and he just fucking killed it, and we just like kind of redid the shit and rolled with that. But it was originally called what?
Mind of a Maniac.
Which is a track that we did, me and him, probably fucking 15 years ago. When we
On
were
an album called Demon Nights.
Demon Nights.
Which none of you have and never will.
If you ever do get it, we will sue you.
You will hear from our lawyer.
Lawyer.
Our lawyer.
Jerry, lawyer.
Our Jerry Lawler.
No, but yeah, we sent them something that was a different premise, different concept, and then I'll never forget it. Like, he hits me up and he's like, "You gotta fucking hear this shit." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, you just gotta hear it." So I finally hear it, and it's just like, he flipped that shit and then did the Jamie Madrox thing, and then we got back that track. And it was just, dude.
Yeah, we all started doing this.
Yeah, it was a very fat, giddy moment for all of us.
We did that. Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
That song originally had a different hook and everything.
Yeah, it had a very like singy, haunty kind of vibe to it, and then Jamie would just like hit the fucking Venomous chorus, and we were just like,
Joey Black, really your baby.
We carbon monoxide. Plus I.
Venomous 5.
That track alone was very reminiscent. I got the feeling from Tales, like the same feeling I got when I was listening to Tales for the first time. I kind of got that hair stand on end type feeling. Are we seeing more from Venomous 5? Is there going to be a possible record in the future? Just more features? There's a lot of people clamoring for this shit. How you guys feeling about it? Is there time for it?
There's always time. There's always time.
Well, technically, we've never been in an actual studio yet, but we will soon.
Bathtub.
Our home bathroom studio is where we have dropped all of our wicked shit.
But if you motherfuckers watching want that shit to happen, let them know. Maybe we'll do it.
and I think if you're paying extra close attention and your detective skills are up to par, you'll notice that 2 releases are coming out in one day. And on Twisted's album, check their track list and look at the last track they offer. That they dish up to you, if you will.
And I can promise you this, it is about bowling.
Strike! Venomous 5 up in this motherfucker.
It's actually
Watch out!
It's a bowling league team.
Yes.
That's all you get.
Strike!
We touched a little bit on the new release, Church Azul, coming out on April 26th.
Yes.
26.
26.
He has to correct me on my own shit.
It's all good.
I corrected you first.
Is this new material?
Brand
Yes.
new.
After?
No B-sides.
There's no B-sides
No,
from
no.
Almighty? This is
No.
all new?
It's a companion album to the Almighty, but it's all new tracks. It's nothing left over. It's all we did it all in the church, written
100%
and recorded
in the Church of
of
Zul.
Zul. So this album is dedicated to the Church of Zul, also dedicated to the Church of the Zuligans.
Yeah, we had some themes and elements that didn't quite make the record almighty, like didn't fit the cohesive elements of it, but we still wanted to visit those, and I think that's kind of what Church of Zul is.
If you like the Almighty, you will love Church of Zul.
It's actually, in my opinion, darker than the Almighty. I think it's more. I think it's more vile. I think it's more wicked.
It's more blasphemous, that's for fucking sure.
We hit our peak, of blasphemy on this record. I think after this, it's time to rap about food for a couple albums.
Yeah, before we get struck down.
Yeah, I've been struck by lightning 3 times since this group has been formed, and I don't want to get struck by lightning
One of
anymore.
them was today at Astronomicon.
It's the metal leg.
It could be the metal leg.
It's definitely the metal leg.
Yeah. Because God isn't real. Is that what you're saying? You want to go there?
Don't
You
put
want
words
to
in my
go
mouth
there?
there,
You
guy.
want to have this now?
Hey, next question. Is God real?
Do animals believe in God?
Upcoming tour. What can you guys tell us about the Axis Family Tour with A&B and Scum and Insane Poetry?
That's actually all we can tell you.
That's all. That's it.
That's all we know.
That's all we know. They just point us in what direction to walk, and we walk.
We will be shitting on stages nationwide.
Starting February 22nd, the Axis Family Tour kicks off in Allen Park, Michigan.
Which is also his birthday, so bring him mustard.
You must.
It's gonna be the shit though, man. This is our first outing. The flagship entity of the Zul boys out there in a van grinding.
On each other.
You know.
We keep it in the group, though. We don't grind on other people. No other band members get the grind.
They took out a row of seats and put in a bathtub for us,
Yeah.
so we're gonna be comfortable.
Keep them moist. But nah, man, there's a lot of spots that we haven't played, a lot of markets that there's Zuligans at that we've never been to, so we're gonna be visiting those spots, kicking it with those motherfuckers, getting crazy as shit.
And we're gonna make some new Zuligans in the process.
Maybe you. Huh? What would you think about that? Huh?
Huh, little Timmy?
Timmy. Ooh.
Talked about the new album, Church of Zul. There's some older albums that people were wanting to hear again, you know, like Psycho. There's a Psycho Volume 2 I've heard people talking about. I guess you guys announced it quite some time ago, just kind of never happened. Now, people, motherfuckers don't forget, you know.
It's not that it never happened, it's just that we haven't gotten around to it yet.
Can we see any of that coming in? Because in the need, they're pushing.
Yeah, they don't let us take breaks. They're like, work, boys, you're fat. You gotta lose weight, and the best way to do it is to work.
Can we see like little
Cardio.
forgetting, nuggets of music, like kind of like how Twisted does Cryptic Collection? Can we see something like that from the Zool?
I can tell you Psycho
Anything?
2 is definitely gonna happen, for sure. We've got some shit on the cutting room floor that's probably gonna end up on it. But we're working.
Yeah.
Church of Zul first, then we'll talk about Psycho 2. Maybe
There's shit in the
Heart of
pipeline
Darkness.
for the next 5 years.
Maybe.
But we're not gonna lie, like our next 5 years are already planned out.
Yeah. We know exactly when we're going to die in 5 years.
Yep.
And where.
The thing is, though, a lot of people always bring up like Heart of Darkness. And they bring up Psycho 2, Zul FM. Like, you could probably throw it into that category as well.
They will all come
We
your way
always
eventually.
have the intention of like, we're on the course, but then shit happens to fucking totally veer that course off. Like MNE, like we wanted to release The Almighty long before it actually was released, and it was probably semi-prepared to do that, but shit happens, man. And we try our best to veer the ship in the direction we think it needs to go at the time.
Yes.
In the sea.
Psycho
Yar.
2 will happen, though, for sure.
I mean, if it didn't... I mean, it's not a big mystery, because, I mean, it kind of says Psycho Volume 1, so you kind of got to think there's going to be a fucking Part 2 to it.
We're gonna
Use
be
your
around
heads.
forever.
Talk amongst fans, solo records. Joe Black solo record, like that's like the clamor.
It'll never happen. That's way too much fucking effort for me to put into something by
He
myself.
needs to start on that shit right fucking today.
Yeah.
2030.
I have,
2035 release.
I have no desire
If he
to do any kind of
starts
solo shit.
tonight.
I know focus is on Zool, but what about some Knox flavor? Can we expect any Knox flavor in the future, or are we just strictly Zooling?
Well, I mean, you see where I'm at right now. I mean, these are black gloved hands. You know what I mean?
He belongs to us.
And we belong to him now. We have absorbed him, and he has become us, and we have
No,
become him.
honestly, I look at that part of my life, that part of my career, that was an evolution of me. You know what I mean? Like, that was an evolution of me personally. That was me by myself. But life intervenes, just like we were saying, man. Like, and I think that's just a different creative entity at the time. Like, even if I were to make another solo record, it wouldn't be a Knox album. It'd be a Lee Carver solo record.
And that's also the name of his new audiobook, The Evolution of Me. Coming out when?
Barnes & Noble's nationwide, July 29th, 2078. Prologue written by the ghost of James Gandolfini.
Rest in peace,
Nice name drop.
Mr. Feeney.
That was good.
That was good. You
We
had
had
something to say,
some,
Bill, before I cut you off? I felt you. Felt an idea hit you.
It's gone now.
I'm sorry.
Poof, gone.
Thanks.
Gatherings of Juggalos 2019, 20th anniversary gathering. If the Zool is invited to Gathering 20 in Indiana, will the Zool perform at Gathering?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yes. We would love to.
That'd be the shit,
Invite us and we're
actually.
there. The Zooligans and Juggalos want us. Bring it.
Some of them want us, some of them want to throw shit at us. Either way, they'll be there, and we will too. It's that simple. Very simple. But
I don't
yes,
see why we wouldn't. I mean, yeah, of course, if they invited us. I mean, if they invite us, we'll come. We'll show up. We'll come hard.
Very hard. All over your campground.
No, but man, the Gathering of the Juggalos is like a very important part of underground culture. Like, it's Juggalo culture, but it's also underground culture. So, I mean, the prestige of it doesn't go away. Like, depending on your affiliation or who you're about, what it's about, it's still important regardless of your fucking opinion or her opinion or your opinion.
and it's been very detrimental to getting us to where we are now.
100%.
Absolutely.
And we will never fucking forget that. Ever.
That's why if you invite us, we'll be there.
And we like the Gathering. It's we've been to fucking all of them. So we enjoy it there.
Even Oklahoma.
No, I didn't really enjoy Oklahoma too much. I'm still coughing up fucking grave dirt from that fucking place, but yeah, I still had some fun.
There's still dust in the van.
Yeah,
We made the most of it.
we did.
All hail Zool. Thank you guys for taking this time with
Thank
us.
you.
We greatly appreciate it.
Knuckle up, bitch!